Where will you be when one Satoshi matters? One Satoshi, or one bit, I suppose I should say. Where will you be? It doesn't take having to be involved in crypto for a long time before you hear the stories describing watershed events as it relates to how Bitcoin has been spent throughout its history. The one primary example, I think, is the guy who spent 10,000 Bitcoin for a pizza order. But there are, outside of spending, there are many more stories that are noteworthy in the space. And as I thought about that, this idea for this video came to me. So where will you be when one Satoshi matters? Back when an individual would spend 10,000 Bitcoin for a pizza, one Bitcoin wasn't worth very much, obviously. Today, that's a very different story. So as you look at Bitcoin and you start to study the space, you become immersed, it is my hope that you, in some ways, start to see the future, look down the road quite a bit. You know, I mentioned outside of spending a Bitcoin, there are other stories. There are also these examples of people who mined Bitcoin when it was possible to do simple CPU mining. You could take a laptop, spin up Bitcoin Core, start mining, and you get 50 Bitcoin per block reward. Tons of people who were able to do that. Unfortunately, more than a few of those people have lost track of the private key associated with those Bitcoin. So they are lost forever. And you may have happened across the same, related stories where those people are found dumpster diving or paying people to dumpster dive to find old private keys or laptop hard drives that they think used to contain their Bitcoin or their private keys, and all sorts of weird things like that. Back when Bitcoin didn't matter, it was no big shakes. Get rid of the laptop, not a big deal. It's not worth anything anyway, no problem. Or worse, maybe, just didn't even think about it. Just laptop is old, trade it out for the new one, keep moving on. And then 2013 happens, 2016 happens, 2017 happens, the end of 2020 happens, and now those old, forgotten, discarded, lost Bitcoin are worth millions and millions, tens of millions of dollars in some case. So, where will you be when one Satoshi matters? Will you be the proud owner of the private keys for your wallets? Or will you be one of those poor souls scrambling to figure out what you did with your private key or the hard drive that it lived on, etc., etc. There will come a day where one Satoshi really, really matters. So now's probably a good time to make sure that you have a good handle on your practices for safekeeping and the associated recovery mechanism, recovery process, I should probably say. You might look up one day and be thankful that you took precautionary steps. Take care, make it a great day, night, afternoon, whenever you happen to be watching this video. I hope you're doing well, and you will see me in the next one.